Those of you who don't know us yet, we are Carol and Ken, and we like touring in our little red camper, tiny Nissan MV200 built by Sussex Camper Vans. We offer tips and tricks for how to survive in such a tiny van, and also try and demonstrate just how easy it is to wild camp. It's like a nice day, isn't it?
Lovely.
Interesting, those big cliffs over there. Can you see, like,
Yeah, really high.
yeah, just like a plateau just on its own. It's a beautifully still day, so we're taking the opportunity to air the van again. Very peaceful here last night, no problems at all. Condensation can't last long once you've got the doors open. You've got the other cloth there, Bunny.
Magnet.
Oh. I always find it's this black glass that shows the dirt the most. Okay, we're almost ready to go, aren't we, Charlie?
Yeah.
We drove back to the beach where we had been the day before so that we could think about what we're going to do that day. Out on sand I spotted this beautiful white horse and made sure I kept the drone at a good distance from it. Well, everything's sorted. I think it's time to move on. I'm going to let all these workmen go past. They're in a hurry, and we're not. The boys go first, because we're all bombing up that hill.
They're all dashing to get to work.
Yeah.
De-restricted road. Are they mad?
Left here, nearly missed that. Staring at the mountains.
Easily distracted with that beautiful view.
Yeah.
It's a narrow one. Oh, Black Bunny. Bunny.
Anglesey is very beautiful, but you have to be prepared to go down some fairly narrow lanes. These horses have a wonderful view. I wonder if they appreciate it. Most difficult bends have a little lay-by, and it's really important to pull well into that, just in case something else is already coming round that bend. Another day, another beach. Morning. Nice little spot, isn't it?
Oh. Really sheltered. Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet.
We've got all of the bedding out and hanging over the rear doors just to give it a good airing. I fly the drone far more than people might think, but not to film. I practice with it quite frequently, and here I'm flying circuits, both nose in and nose out. A lot of dust comes off this.
It's blowing right at me. Oh.
You're in the wrong position. Just goes to show how much they trap the dirt, doesn't it, really?
It does. Do a good job, don't they?
Brilliant. Leg. Now for the big jobby. Right, come over here because we'll be away from the van. Wonder how long it'll last.
The actual mats?
Yeah, quite a while, I think.
A while, I should think.
Yeah.
I'll wash it when we get home. And
I reckon it'll last longer than the
tiles.
We had.
Give it a year.
Right, just have a little rush out. Keep this in line with the edge of the door. Job done.
Spotless. Good job there, didn't you?
I always do a good job.
Good little housewife.
Good little housewife, yeah. Okie dokie. Can you do it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Right, now we can roll these down, can't we?
Yeah, well, if you do it from your end and I'll do it from this end.
Right. The other end. The bedding's been airing for nearly an hour and it's certainly smelling nice and fresh.
Shit.
Is this right?
No, it was the other way, I think. Not that it really matters for the bottom one.
I don't think it does. So is this a double size?
Yeah.
Which we could do with a slightly smaller one, I think.
Yeah. Trouble is that a single wouldn't be big enough. You could get a small dove, but then it's a wool one.
Yeah.
So they don't really make them.
No.
Specialised.
Okay. Right, ready to roll it up.
Yeah.
I suppose I should shut the doors really. Otherwise we might roll out the other side.
Yeah.
Right. Holy folly. There's a good job done. It's a bit fat my end, but
all aired.
it's life. I'll get the other bags. Sorted. Well done. Right. God blimey, the window wipers are on. I always get confused with how to turn them off because it's the opposite to my car.
A few more cars than when we arrived.
Yeah. That's the first time we've ever been up a hill where the van almost couldn't make it in first gear. But it's because I've got to go so slowly. Some of these bends are complete blind bends. See? It didn't have enough oomph. Oh dear. Right. It's happened at a good spot because we have
Flat bit.
flat bit.
So I can smell the rubber.
Yeah, that was the tyre spinning.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to use the horn.
Get a bit of speed going to get up the hill. Like there's nothing coming the other way.
Coming down I could really tell that it was a really steep hill. Okay, so we're going right here. Looks like we've
I think we made it.
We
Thank
made
goodness. That's the end of it.
Okay. Your left.
Yeah. Yeah, look, 35% gradient down.
Yeah. That's a steep one. So 35%. So we'll have to remember that. Sort of the limit for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you though, as long as you can get a run up,
If you could
it's fine.
do it at speed,
Yeah.
you'd be alright.
Dodgy though.
Yeah. And plus the surface of the road, it was very gravelly.
Yeah.
The road. If it
We've had to get out and brush the road
yeah.
for a little while to get the traction back. There's a tower in the distance. I'm not too sure what it is. Wonder what it is.
A monument.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's just come up on Google Maps. It's called Bulkeley Monument. Can't actually see it yet over the hedge. There it is.
Right, there's a spot where we can pull over here. Let's see if we can get a better look. Carol's doing some research about this tower, so maybe she will have found out a little bit more by the time we get back. There's an absolutely awful smell in the air here, and I think I've just spotted what it might be. So that was a windy old flight there, and particularly smelly, as you would have seen from the, what do I call it, silage?
Silage,
It's
yeah.
basically muck spreading today.
Yeah.
So it's a bit pongy out there. Right, we're going to get moving.
Yeah, get out the smell.
Oh, and what, do you want to say who it was or anything about it?
Well, I looked him up. It was Sir Richard Bulkeley,
Yeah.
and in the 18th century he was a very grand gentleman, and he did a lot for Beaumaris, and developing Beaumaris.
Oh, now we know.
Fancy a nice crab salad for lunch?
Yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Finding someone who'll do it though. Now that lockdowns are coming to an end and things are beginning to open up, we have to get our confidence back and go and start eating out again like we used to. It's very busy here.
Yeah.
Celtic Corner. Now that looks like a shop that might have something I need. On the left here we have Beaumaris Castle. So we're coming back and doing this tomorrow, did you say?
Yeah.
Now this is a car park just on the left past the castle, but beware, they like to discriminate against motorhomes and camper vans here. And a bit fed up with the way they discriminate against camper vans these days.
Yeah, but then it doesn't say you can't stay overnight, does
No,
it? So,
but the maximum of 12 hours for a camper van
yeah.
or 24 hours
That's
for a car.
What's
It's
the
still a
difference?
parking space, isn't
Yeah.
it?
As long as you're-
Now Carol and I have both visited Beaumaris Castle before, but we might come back to it tomorrow if the weather's good enough. Now this is a very impressive arcade. We don't know Beaumaris well, so we're not sure of where we're going to eat. So we began a long hunt for a suitable restaurant. Now you know me, I do love my dogs, but I'm not that keen on them when they're used as a canine roadblock.
We went that way.
Not expected. I'm a bit of a sucker for all these bright colours. I think they look really nice. Now all the cars down this street are absolutely covered in bird's muck. Huge birds.
all week.
Oh!
Did it get you?
No, it didn't. But this is bomb alley, this, isn't it? Horrendous. Just got dive bombed by a seagull. He did a full-on bomb load disc drop, narrowly missing us, didn't he, Charlie?
Nearly got you. I was a bit further away. Hey.
So now you'll be able to cut open your sauce packets.
Yeah.
There were two main suggestions. Nail clippers, which I thought were a really good idea, but I've gone for little pocket scissors.
Soup and a sandwich or tea and a sandwich.
Alright, so is it just the restaurant you want, or?
Yeah, for lunch.
Yeah. Well, it's not particularly busy in here, but I think most people are sitting outside. We had to fill in our details for the COVID.
Eat a nice cup of tea when you're thirsty. Got smoked salmon and cream cheese.
That looks tasty.
And a nice bit of salad and crisps.
And I have a steak baguette with chips and salad.
Horseradish sauce.
Lovely. Tasty. The food was very good, so we can recommend this place. This is the entrance to Penmon Point. Now beware, this is yet another place that likes to charge you more just because you're a camper van.
£5 please, because you're in a camper van, would you believe?
£5.
It's a small camper van, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Do you know what's a giveaway?
Sorry?
You lift up roof.
Up top, yeah.
The other thing I do say to camper vans, if you're still there tomorrow morning, we'll take another £5 off you on the way out.
I think I had a bit of a humour bypass back there, but I'm feeling better now. Now I was expecting a much bigger car parking area here, but it's not that big. Yeah.
That might be nasty.
The ground was really uneven, so I took it really slow. This is Llanddona Lighthouse. The first lighthouse was built in 1838. The current one sits between Black Point and Puffin Island, which is just in the background. Back at the van, we're having fish finger butties.
For British farmers, it is about Trans-Pacific, where the opportunities lie effectively on the back of the Australian trade
These are
deal.
good, aren't they?
I think
Fish
for
finger
farmers,
butties.
this is
Bristol University, notorious man called David Niven,
Trifle.
who
Co-op
says
Swedish rifle.
publicly that he considers the
That'd be
choice
nicely.
of Jason's.
Now, it wasn't really our intention to spend the night here, but as time wore on and we became further relaxed, we decided that maybe we would give this a try, even if we do have to pay another £5 on the way out tomorrow morning. If you enjoyed this video, then please give us a like and hit that subscribe button for more adventures from the Little Red Camper.